What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela from Plus Size in Chicago, where we explore amazing food, travel experiences, home cooking, and everything in between. Today we're heading somewhere a little more tropical because I'm taking you with me to Cancun, Mexico. During this trip, I stayed at the beautiful Moon Palace Cancun, specifically at the sunrise section of the resort. If you've ever wondered what it's like to stay here, or if you've been curious about becoming a Palace Resorts member, this video is for you. My husband and I have been Palace Resorts members since 2004, so that's more than 2 decades of visiting these resorts. In today's video, I'll take you inside the Moon Palace Sunrise, show you around the property, explain how these 3 resorts work together, and share some of the benefits that come with being a Palace Resorts member. So grab your favorite drink, relax, and let's head to Cancun. We traveled from Chicago to Cancun in June, and the air temperature was 90 degrees. It was so hot that you could see the condensation from the plane's air conditioning. When you book your trip and you're staying over 4 nights, they'll provide free transportation to the resort and back to the airport. As a Palace Resorts member, you do not book through the website. You must call and ask to speak to a member services to book your trip. You'll provide them your membership ID, and they'll also arrange the airport transportation, which you can also do through the Palace Resorts mobile app. The mobile app allows you to use the digital check-in service, book reservations to the restaurants, which I highly recommend because they book up fast. You can check out what events are happening at the property each day. You can also select spa services, view your itinerary for the day, and much more. As a Palace Resorts member, you can also visit other resorts in the area too. Now, let's get back to the Cancun International Airport. When leaving the airport, head straight out the door. Don't talk to people on either sides of the aisle as they're trying to sell you timeshares. Just head straight out the door. Now, when I recorded this video, when we visited Cancun, the vans will say hashtag the Palace Life. So they're going to be white vans, and on the side of those vans is going to say hashtag the Palace Life. That's how you know which van to get on to get to the Palace Resorts. It's day one, and the hubby and I are traveling with his mom, sister, and niece, and we're looking for a great time. As a member, you'll check in at a different service desk, and guess what? They're going to invite you to a breakfast. If you don't want to be sucked into a whole day of frustrations, I advise you not to go to the breakfast. As I've stated before, we've been members for over 2 decades, and we know how this goes. For 3 days straight, they tried to suck us into going to a breakfast. That breakfast is a keyword of attempting to sell us an additional membership for thousands of dollars. We're in an all-inclusive resort. I can get breakfast at any time. They'll tell you that they want to tell you more about the property and any new properties that they're building. They may say that you can get free passes to excursions. If that's your thing, go ahead and go. But that was something we did not want to get suckered into. The property is beautiful. There's at least 18 different restaurants, indoors and outdoors. There's tons of pools, but because of the extreme heat, the water is warm. There's also sargassum, which is seaweed, and it stinks. And depending on the time of the year that you go, you'll either see and smell more of that sargassum. One thing that many first-time visitors don't realize is that Moon Palace Cancun actually is made up of 3 separate resorts on one massive property. There are Nizuc, which is the oldest of the property. You also have Sunrise, and then you have the Grand, that is the latest location on this property. Many guests use the complimentary resort shuttles or golf carts to travel between different sections throughout the day. Walking is certainly an option if you enjoy exploring, but depending on where you're headed, the transportation makes getting around much easier, especially when it's super hot outside. Now let's check out the room. One thing I can appreciate is having plenty of space, but I do hate that they have not updated the sunrise rooms in years. They could use a makeover. Our room has a king-size bed, a whirlpool tub. For me, the bathroom was small, but the shower was big. It also has a balcony, and the housekeeping comes twice a day and ensures the mini bar is stocked. After spending all day at the pool or exploring Cancun, it's nice to return to a comfortable room where you can unwind before dinner. I mentioned earlier that drivers can take you to any location in the resort on a golf cart. There are special areas where you can pick up the shuttle or the golf cart, and they'll be labeled. There's different sections within the resort like melon, They also have like pineapple. It's like different fruit names, and that's how you'll know what section you are within the resort. It's also the perfect time to take in the scenery too. It's time for dinner, and we're heading over to Pier 8 Seafood and Grill. This is one of the outdoor restaurants that's open for lunch buffet and dinner. Remember, if you are going to any other restaurants for dinner that serves a la carte, it's best to make the reservations through the Palace Resorts mobile app. The app will also inform you if the dress code is casual, smart casual, or formal. And remember, this is an all-inclusive resort. If you're eating at an a la carte restaurant, not serving buffet style, you can still order as many drinks, entrees, side dishes, and desserts as you want. The Pier 8 Seafood Grill features a variety of seafood favorites, from grilled fish and shrimp to lobster, oysters, mussels, and flavorful appetizers that highlight the fresh ingredients of the region. There's something here for every seafood lover. One thing I really enjoyed was the presentation along with the beautiful surroundings. It's one of those dining experiences that reminds you that you're truly on vacation. Every dish looked just as good as it tasted, making it a great place to capture those vacation food photos before digging in. If you're planning a trip to Moon Palace Cancun, be sure to add Pier 8 Seafood Grill to your must-visit restaurant. This food was very delicious, and we're only on day one, and I'm going to be showing you a lot more restaurants during our trip because in my heart, I am a foodie, so you all will get to see all the food we ate while we're on this trip. Day one has been long between the travel from Chicago, going through customs, which wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, especially since many things are digital. The heat was super intense while waiting for the airport transportation. We've eaten dinner, but before retiring for the night, we're going to check out the sunrise lobby in the shopping area within the resort. This is one of the lobby-to-lobby buses that I mentioned earlier, where you can take a shuttle from each one of the 3 properties in Moon Palace Cancun. It's nighttime and there's a lot going on inside of the sunrise location. There's a nightclub, there's also an arcade room, and there's even a lobby area where there's a bar and everybody's hanging out and mingling. There's live music. We're gonna go and check out the shopping area. This is one of 2 stores that they have, and there's like tons of things like beachwear, sun hats, different types of clothing. There's toys. Look at these stuffed animals, which is great for if you want to bring back some souvenirs. But I must say that the prices are a little expensive because it is the resort prices. If you are on the Cancun Strip, or if you go on some excursions, or just anywhere outside the resort, you're going to pay way less than what the prices are here. And that's at any hotel that you would go to. They do have some familiar snacks that you can find back in the States, in the United States, or if you're traveling from other countries, you may not have these particular snacks in your country. Depending on when you booked your trip, you may have received some resort credits. Those credits can be used on specific items within the store, including some handbags and sun hats, and towards one of the excursions. Most of everything else you will need to be paying with US dollars or pesos, and that's mostly because the US dollars goes further in value than the Mexican peso. It's day 2, we've woken up refreshed. We're still getting phone calls from the front desk asking us to go to this breakfast, but we're not going to do that because we don't want to use up our whole day for them trying to sell us more into our membership. The family and I are going to check out this breakfast buffet on our own. This is at Nizuc, and this is another property within the Moon Palace Resorts. We're eating at the Manglar, and I'm telling you, first of all, this place is pretty. It's wonderful in here. We love the food choices for the buffet. It's much better than any of the other buffets that's serving for breakfast and dinner. And I would say that we're going to be eating here a lot. What I did notice is that there is a lot of pork. I mean, every restaurant that we went to, they were serving tons of pork, between the ham, the bacon, the sausage. In fact, there's one of the restaurants that says it had candy bacon, but it was actually ham. I'm like, really? This isn't candy bacon, not the way we have it in the States. If you're getting an omelet, you can ask for shrimp, steak, or chicken too. There's vegetarian options as well as pescatarian. And of course, lighter options too, like cereal and yogurt. If you are going on an excursion, these buffets do open up around 7 o'clock, so you'll be able to eat before leaving out. Speaking of excursions, we used the rest of the day to hang out around the resort and also chat with the vacation planners to lock in our excursions for the rest of the week. As a Palace Resort member, you get 2 excursions from a selected list, as well as a manicure and pedicure at the old spa, which is at the Moon Palace Golf Resort. Unfortunately, because the waters were choppy and also the dates of availability were slim, we had to wait until the end of the week to go on the boat tour. The rest of the week, I was okay without going out because it is super hot and I'm not a fan of the heat. And remember, I am really here for the family. I prefer to go on vacations when it's nice and cool, like 70 degrees, not 90 degrees. The planning took more time than I had originally expected. We did have lunch at the gondola. It was a buffet, and we're eating dinner at Momo's, which is an Asian restaurant. If you're craving Asian-inspired cuisine while on vacation, this will hit the spot, but there are some misses. You know, I'm from Chicago, so I'm pretty particular about my food. I can say the sushi and appetizers were great, but I thought the sauces on the entrees were a little bland. Momo's does have 2 sides. We're eating at the a la carte section, but there's also a hibachi area too. We'll visit that later on in the trip. The atmosphere is modern, the service is excellent. It does feel like every meal is for a special occasion. After dinner, we did visit the outdoor entertainment area to check out this breakdancing event. Remember, you can view all events happening at all 3 sections of the resorts by visiting the Palace Resorts mobile app. The breakdancing event was for all ages. It was kid-friendly. There were some dancers that knew what the heck they were doing, and then there were some dancers that didn't know what the heck they were doing. It was definitely a complete joke, but they had some type of theme going on. I couldn't really follow it. I was just there watching. Outdoors, there is like another bar patio area so you can have some drinks while you're watching the event. At nighttime, there are some exotic animals out there, so just be careful. I guess they're people friendly. They didn't run up on us, but you do see them running around. Hey, we didn't pay extra for this event, so it was still nice to watch. It's day 3 and my sister-in-law and niece are at Ishkarat Park. While they are dealing with the heat, my mother-in-law and husband and I are chilling at the lobby bar. You can get alcoholic and mocktails there. There's also this wonderful snack bar located at all 3 resort locations. We're checking out the sweets and coffee snack bar at Sunrise. If you're getting gelato, you can stand in line and order. Anything else, including the sandwiches, you will need to order from a kiosk. They have fresh brewed coffee, lattes, pastries, cakes, macarons, truffles, and I was super curious about the raspberry pastry. It was different. The inside was spongy and it had a raspberry filling. It was okay. It wasn't what I was actually expecting, but I still tried it out and I didn't have to pay anything because everything here is all inclusive. So you can get as much as you want. Once my sister-in-law and niece returned from their trip at Ishkarat Park, we met up with them for a dinner buffet at El Manglar. They were having Asian stir fry, and I'm a huge fan of Asian food, which surprisingly tasted better than at Momo's. Maybe it was the cook, I don't know, but I did enjoy all the stir fry that was available. I even used noodles. They even had stir fry where you can just do with rice. I had the sea scallops in there as well as shrimp and beef and chicken. Like, I did it up. I'm like, you know, it's all inclusive and you can have as many plates as you want. And because it is a buffet, they still had out all the nice desserts. This night they had some different ones and all of them were good. Like literally everyone that's on my plate right now were delicious. It's day 4 and it's the final day that my in-laws and niece are here. We were pretty annoyed because we had planned an excursion at the beginning of the week. Come to find out that the vacation planner did not fully book the trip. It was showing up as confirmed and on our itinerary in the app, and it even showed in their system that the trip was booked. But the vacation planner did not actually contact the place where we were actually going to complete the confirmation for the trip. So we got up super early in the morning and we did not have any place to go. So we stayed up, got breakfast, and went over to the pool area. I mean, we are in Cancun. It's 90 degrees. I should be enjoying this weather. So I'm going to put a smile on my face and make the most of it. Watch these people on the flow rider, which I thought was super funny and cool. And we just hung out for the rest of the day. All right, friends, it is day 5. We're going to act like day 4 didn't even happen. The in-laws and my niece are back in Chicago, and the hubby and I are on our way to the old spa, which is located at the Moon Palace golf course. As Palace Resort members, we both get a free 25-minute massage plus a manicure and pedicure. The hubby isn't into that, so he's going to leave after his massage. I stayed for my manicure and pedicure, and I must say, I miss my manicurist back in Chicago. The technician that I had seemed as though it was her first day on the job. Her way of clipping the cuticles on my hands and feet were ridiculous, but hey, I'm not paying for this. The hubby and I did meet up for lunch at the Riviera Maya. The restaurant is surrounded by lush tropical landscaping, swaying palm trees, and breathtaking Caribbean views. It's a great location for those who are playing some rounds of golf. The menu was nice, and I must say I must have been really hungry because I ate everything. Although the portions were small, and of course since we're in an all-inclusive, I could order more. My favorite item on the menu was the branzino filet. We actually ate at this restaurant twice, and I had to get it each time. I believe the portions were too small, but the flavor was wonderful. Dessert wasn't bad either. It had more of like a bread pudding texture to it, but we both enjoyed it. After a much needed nap, we were at the Palapa Asadero. This is at sunrise. This is more like a steakhouse. I must say I was not a huge fan of this restaurant. The steaks were tough. We had ordered medium well, and they were still tough. This was the restaurant where I was talking about the candy bacon. It was actually smoked bacon, but still, it did not look like bacon. It was ham. These are the steaks. They were kind of tough. I did like that corn. The roasted corn was good. The mashed potatoes were good. The ice cream I wasn't a fan of. It tasted like shaved ice cream, and it did not taste like sorbet. It is day 6, and we are winding down from our vacation in Cancun. These are some of the sea plows that is getting rid of that sargassum. We did stop by our favorite restaurant at the El Manglar in Nizuc to get some breakfast pastries, and we also sat down at the lobby bar because we had not sat down the lobby bar in this area. We had walked past it tons of times but did not sit in there, so we sat in there for like about an hour just chilling out. Then we went outside and we checked out the pool area of Nizuc. So it's just as wide as the pool area at Sunrise, except it seems as though they had a little bit more going on. Like there's this bouncy trampoline, or I don't know what you call that, but anyway, there's a kid on there. They also have a slide in this area. There is a huge water park over at the Grand, but because we did not get a day pass, we did not visit the Grand area. But yeah, so this was a nice area to hang out and chill out. It is still 90 degrees out here. I am sweating my butt off, but we did do some people watching. So after some people watching, we went back inside to cool off because it's really warm out. Like the air temperature is at 90, but it feels like at least 100 degrees. So after cooling off, we did hang around the lobby some more, and we went back outside for lunch because we were hungry. And we ended up getting some of the Texas style barbecue. This restaurant is called Smoked. and it is outdoors. It's by the pool area, and they have some really good barbecue. The flavor was really good, as well as the sauce. The chicken, the ribs, the brisket was definitely good. I like their macaroni and cheese, their corn, like the potatoes. Everything was good. My husband, he enjoyed his burger. He also had a hot dog. He liked that. So yeah, if you are looking for some Texas style barbecue, the brisket was really good too. I actually had some of that also. But yeah, so after doing that, I went back to the room, did some videos for the digital marketing channel. And then later on at night, we went to the hibachi area. This is a smart casual restaurant to eat at. That's what the app is going to say, but we did see a few people that were kind of dressed like regular casual. So you can wear shorts there, you know, just don't wear any like flip-flops and you'll be good. The entertainment for the hibachi was traditional that you normally would see like in the United States, but it was pretty good. The food was good. The hibachi area, as well as the Asian night that we had for stir fry at that El Manglar, was really good. I don't know what was happening with Momo's the first day that we went there, but the hibachi was pretty good. It's day 7 and the final day in Cancun, and we are finally on our excursion. This is the Mangrove. It's a part of the Speedboat and Snorkel Adventures, and we went through Palace Resorts to take this excursion. I want to say it was approximately about $100 or maybe $120 total, and that was for an hour trip on the boat. And we also had like this little presentation at the beginning. It was with the Mayans, which was kind of funny because like this Mayan presentation really was for them to take photos of us so they can sell it to us later. But you know, you just get into it. They have a replica of one of the temples. But the funny thing is as these guys are out here doing their presentation, you're seeing like city buses and vans going by. So you know that you're not in the jungle, you know, like they are attempting to make us feel like. But it was still a nice little presentation. But once we got onto the water, that was really nice. Before doing that, we did get like instructions from one of the captains. And if you are someone like me that's plus size, I was able to still get onto the boat easily by scooting down into it instead of like hopping into it. And when you get out of the boat, you want to put your foot in a certain area. They will instruct you where to put your foot. You step on that and you're bouncing right up out of that boat. So it's not really hard to do. And there was another person on there who was younger than me, and she had a knee injury and she was able to get in and out the boat with their assistance. So just letting you know if you are someone who may be either accessibly challenged or you're overweight like myself. So yeah, we had a really good time on the water. We were out there for about an hour and we saw the skyline. We also saw like a little swamp area where there was some birds and flamingos and alligators and iguanas in the trees and everything. But yeah, it was fun. And after that, yeah, we had a shuttle that took us back to Palace Resorts. In fact, that shuttle picked us up at Palace Resorts, dropped us off here, and then picked us up and we went back to Palace Resorts. While we were there though, once we finished the tour, because there were some people who came along with us and they were doing the snorkeling adventure where there was like some jet skis and they was able to snorkel in the water. So we all ended up meeting up back kind of like at their headquarters area for the Mangrove, and it's like a restaurant in there too. So they gave us like a little small snack. I believe it was like some small tacos, and we had some juice, and it was really good and refreshing for, you know, us finishing the trip. Well, friends, that wraps up my stay at Moon Palace Cancun Sunrise, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. From exploring the beautiful resort grounds and enjoying incredible restaurants, even with all the heat and the Palace Resorts team attempting to get us to go to breakfast, it was a memorable vacation. As a Palace Resorts member since 2004, I still enjoy the all-inclusive resort and the perks that comes along with being a member. If you are thinking about visiting Moon Palace or planning your next Cancun getaway, I hope this video gave you a better look at what you can expect. If you enjoyed this tour, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments if you've been to a Palace Resorts location. Until next time, happy eating, happy traveling, and I'll see you in the next foodie adventure.